Hi everyone, welcome to Dr. Deepa's Learning Launch. This is Dr. Deepa. Today we will discuss mucoepidermoid carcinoma, commonly known as MEC, which is the most common malignant epithelial tumor of the salivary gland. Although it can occur in any salivary gland, parotid by far is the most common site. The diagnosis of MEC is based on recognizing the characteristic three cell patterns, which is mucus cells, epidermoid or squamous cells, and intermediate cells. The mucus cells contain pale, foamy cytoplasm filled with mucin. The second are epidermoid or squamoid cells, which have eosinophilic cytoplasm and may show intercellular bridges but lack the actual keratinization. The third and the most important is the intermediate cells, which are considered as the neoplastic cells of MEC because they have the ability to differentiate either into the mucus or epidermoid cells. The architecture varies according to the tumor grade. The low grade tumors are predominantly cystic, rich in mucus cells, and display minimal atypia with few mitosis. And these tumors generally have an excellent prognosis, like the one that I'm just showing you. The intermediate grade tumors show a combination of solid cystic areas with increased proportion of intermediate cells. The high grade tumors, on the other hand, are predominantly solid and are composed mainly of epidermoid and intermediate cells. They exhibit marked nuclear pleomorphism, brisk mitotic activity, necrosis, and often have even perineural or lymphovascular invasions. In these cases, the mucus cells may be very sparse, making the diagnosis very challenging. A practical tip is that high grade MEC can closely mimic a squamous cell carcinoma. Therefore, it is very essential to actively search for these mucus cells, which is by either using mucicarmine, PAS with diastase, or Alcian blue stains. The demonstration of intracellular mucin is very important diagnostic clue in these high grade cases. On IHC, MEC usually expresses CK56, CK7, P63, P40, while SOX10 is usually negative or only focally positive. The IHC alone cannot be diagnostic, it should always be interpreted alongside the morphology. One of the most important molecular features is the CRTC1 MAML2 fusion, which is produced by T1119 translocation, and this fusion is present in many low and intermediate grade tumors and is associated with a better prognosis. It can be detected either by FISH, RT-PCR, or NGS. Finally, remember that mucoepidermoid carcinoma is the most common salivary gland tumor. Intermediate cells are the defining neoplastic component. Low-grade tumor are cystic and mucin-rich. High-grade tumors are solid and aggressive and resemble the SCC. Whenever diagnosis is difficult, identifying intracellular mucin and demonstrating the MAML2 fusion can be a positive supportive evidence. That's all from me today. Bye bye.